Hello and welcome to Westpac London's end of day videocast for Tuesday the 19th of July. Better day today in terms of risk appetite, just getting a bit of a respite from the negative sentiment that's kind of taken hold over the past week or so. Equity markets just getting a lift there, better than expected earnings reports today from IBM, Coca-Cola as well, both coming in above expectations. Saw the FTSE 100 up 0.7% at the close, Euro Stoxx also up quite well, up 1.7%. In the greater scheme of things, not exactly what you'd call a turnaround day. In fact, those gains don't even offset the losses that we saw yesterday. So the market's still very edgy at the moment and just trading very cautiously ahead of tomorrow's Eurogroup meeting and ahead of Thursday's EU Summit Leaders meeting, where hopefully we'll see some kind of resolution to the problems facing Europe. On that front though, it's beginning to look increasingly unlikely that we see some big grand plan that sorts out all these problems in one fell swoop. Indeed, we had Angela Merkel on the wires today, just trying to manage down market expectations, saying that the market should not expect a one-size-fits-all solution, and it is going to take some time for this all to be resolved. So what do we think we're going to get out of Thursday? Well, at the very least, we need to see something concrete regarding Greece. Hopefully, once that's resolved, it may just ease some of that pressure that we're seeing Italy and Spain facing. Whether it does or not, only time will tell, but given the current market sentiment and price action, it doesn't seem like that might actually be enough. So we wait to see what happens on Thursday. In terms of economic data today, first we had Germany. We had German ZEW survey registering its 5th consecutive fall. Some of that negative sentiment there from the periphery really just starting to get into these forward-looking indicators in Germany. And we expect that to start showing up in the hard activity data as we go through to the second half of this year. In the US, slightly better. Housing market data today, we had housing starts up around 14.5% on the month. Big jump. Having said that, there does seem to have been a bit of a logjam from projects started in April and May. Some of the bad weather there just delaying some of that, so we're getting this boost here coming through in June. So clearly still a good number, but I mean if you look at the medium-term trend, housing starts have pretty much flatlined over the last 18 months and are still close to historic lows. So still some way to go before we see any kind of meaningful improvement in the US housing market. We also had the Bank of Canada today. We had the monetary policy decision. They decided to leave the policy rate on hold at 1%, pretty much as expected. The accompanying monetary policy statement though had a slightly more hawkish tone, just noting the pickup in core inflation and headline inflation, and also the better than expected domestic demand that they have been seeing. Having said that, it was very heavily caveated on what happens to the US outlook and also what happens to financial market volatility given the European situation. If we do see some kind of recovery in US growth in Q3 and we see this European situation stabilise and market volatility stabilise, then I think we definitely see the Bank of Canada raising rates before the year is out. But at the moment, just like everybody else, very much in a wait and see mode to see what happens with Europe. In terms of the other markets, Aussie market having a better day today, just in line with the recovery or slight recovery in risk, managing to trade back up above 107, currently trading at 107.20. Oil, and again better today, up $2, just trading around 97.75, so just edging back up to that $100 mark. Gold consolidating the gains that we saw yesterday, back up at that record level at 1602, pretty much flat on the day, but again still above that key 1600 level. In terms of things to watch out for today then, in Australia we have our own Westpac leading indicator index later out this morning. That's it from me, and I'll see you all tomorrow.